And now to that promised conversation with CNN News anchor Zain Verjee. Some of you may recall that I did indeed co-anchor news with Zain over a decade ago right here at KTN, and we have fond memories of our time together. Now Zain has been visiting the country this holiday season. She is also writing a book, she tells me, and I caught up with her for a candid conversation about her time right here at KTN and the trials and triumphs at KTN, rather.
And supporting this view with me, Zain Verjee, is the Honourable Maoka Maore.
But what I learned at KTN is to be more self-reliant, to be able to handle things that go wrong better, and to learn from that, because then I was very self-reliant. I don't need 50 people to do things.
For how long did we read this together?
Not long enough, Njoroge.
1 year, 2 years?
About a year.
That was when? Remind me, because it must be
1998, 1999. Yeah.
Now, what are some of the fond memories of those years at KTN? Do you have any?
Yeah, the auto cue dying. And the way that you taught me to read from when the auto cue's not working to just to pick it up on the script. Yes. And then sometimes when we were reading stories that were about to air, but the stories weren't ready. Yes. And we'd hear someone running down the corridor to put the tape inside, and then it would be there. It's Monday, the 13th of April. I'm Zain Verjee.
Now, but all that experience, do you think it helped your work at CNN?
I do, yes.
Yes.
Because at CNN, you have such a wide range of people to do so many things. So there's a big support crew. Yes. Whereas with KTN, it wasn't as big, obviously.
Now, did you have to handle any career prejudices at CNN? In other words, was there any culture shock that affected you in any way?
I don't think I had a cultural shock, because I had lived in Canada for 5 years before, so I knew what to expect, but I think it was hard. I mean, I had no family. Very hard. I was crying so many times.
Why were you
Because
crying?
I got shouted at so many times at work. I was writing. I wasn't hired. They didn't put me anchoring first. So they taught me how to write and produce, and I wasn't very good at writing. So the boss at the time, who was in charge of the writers, the copy editor, would say, "This is awful. This is awful. Who wrote this?" And then I didn't have any friends, and I didn't know how to drive, and it was very hard. It was lonely.
Rowing has been in every single competition since Paris, since the 1900s.
Now, what are some of the highlights then of your broadcasting in CNN? Because you globe-trotted.
I have.
At one time you were in London. What are some of the highlights you could tell the viewers in your broadcasting at CNN? Just a brief summary.
Covering the elections here last in 1997.
97.
Sorry, not 97, 2007. 2007. And so that was a big news story for CNN, and because it was home, it was a big highlight for me to be able to cover in my own country.
I've been in Kenya now, here at home, for about 3 weeks now, and I, like most Kenyans, have been really shocked to see what's happening to our country.
Do you think the coverage of Africa by the Western media, especially the American media, is improved, is better than it was before? What's your view about it?
I think that there's still the perception of Africa stories as they want more doom and gloom sometimes.
Why is this?
Because Africa doesn't always make it on international and American news, and when it does, it's usually when there's dramatic pictures or something bad has happened. I think the US media is interested, but I think they could be more interested in some of the amazing things that are happening on the continent, and not just do doom and gloom.
Okay.